Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is a very exciting episode for me and Sergio because we are reviewing the finale of the Quinta Ola of La Mas Draga. Hi, Sergio.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, I woke up.
Had a piece of
Had
toast.
a piece of toast.
Yeah, okay. How did you feel about this exciting finale? We watched it a couple days ago, and we just rewatched a bunch of segments of it for this review, and it was pretty exhilarating.
It was exhilarating. It was a lot. It was so long. It was filled
very long
with a lot of things. I think because it was the first live finale, that they've had. I feel like they had to figure it out.
The fourth one was not live? They like cut. Oh, right. They put it out later.
Yeah, usually.
And it was like, a day late.
It's like Drag Race where. Oh, I mean, don't remind us of that. Oh my God.
So at the beginning, we get to see all of the eliminated performers from this season. Deseos comes out first. Finally, we get some Deseos this season. We've had so little.
We hear her.
We've had her voice every episode.
And like there were some moments during the season where there was like her little a doll, so she somehow made her way into the whole season.
Yeah, the haunted doll was very funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we like this garment? Green little.
I love this garment. I think she looks.
Cute.
She's like, ooh.
Her hair's so big. I love a little kind of like carnival feather moment.
Yeah, she was definitely giving season 15 of Drag Race or 14 of Drag Race finale.
Oh,
live
Diabetes
from Las Vegas. Yes.
Yeah, she looks, and I'm sure she will take this as a compliment. Deseos, you look exactly like Diabetes, and we love it.
Yeah, no, she looks good. Finally, her makeup also looks like
she looks great,
much better.
Softer. Well, I mean, not softer because of how she does it, but just polished. Next, we have Isa and Kata, our adorable twins from San Diego.
Yeah, they look very cute.
This is one of their best looks.
Yeah, this is one of their best looks. I mean, it's the finale, so as expected.
They look very elevated.
They look really good.
And this is sort of what I wanted from them during the season, where it's like the looks are the same story, but they're not the same.
Different, slightly different. It was usually just the color, through the for the time that they were on the season.
Yeah.
It seemed to be the same outfit, just different color, but I do like this take where it's a little bit slightly different and still very cohesive.
Yeah. Well, we love this Isa and Kata, and if you're hoping to perform in another drag competition soon, apparently Drag Race loves twins now, and you're just a couple hours south, so drive on up, be a Drag Race too.
Drag Race said it's the year of the twins, and La Mas Draga started, and now has Dragula had any twins?
Has Dragula had any twins? I don't think so, unless you count those big old titties. Coco Kane's got big old titties. She does. She likes them. Next up is Uma Kyle.
Oh, she looks so good.
Looks awesome.
I have to say, this is Uma's episode.
Uma
Finale is Uma's episode.
Yes, I love this look. It's very kind of regal, kind of like, I don't know. It's just Renaissance era.
The deep maroon is just so elegant.
It's a very pretty
so
fabric.
Also sexy.
All episodes she's so sexy.
Well, yeah, but this is such an elegant take on sexy. And I love that.
Yeah, olden timey sexy where you don't have to show too much skin. You just gotta give out a vibe.
The vibe, yes. It's all about your movement and your way of being.
Speaking of showing skin, I am wearing a tank top today to commemorate Maca Carriero's final episode as the host of La Mas Draga, and I'm mostly wearing it to make you happy. But don't you think I'm dressed like Maca Carriero? She would wear these pants.
Those pants.
And what are you dressed as? I
am dressed as the incredible guest judge and shocking guest judge. Or I guess it was more of a shock. It was an unexpected guest.
Well, was she announced in advance? Or
she was announced in advance a week or two before. But I'm dressed as a Rebelde character. Anahi was there. And I've had this tie since 2000, I want to say 4.
That's cute.
Yeah,
she's still with you through all these. Yeah.
I literally have moved with it everywhere I go.
So, for those who don't know, Rebelde is a very popular novella from the mid-2000s that spun off into a hugely successful band.
Hugely successful band that was would tour all over the world, and they would fill stadiums, and
And Anahi was kind of the Vanessa Hudgens of this High School Musical. Is that
She was
accurate?
like the Sharpay.
The
You don't even
Sharpay.
know the show.
I
but
don't know the show, and I don't know High School
she was
Musical,
like the
so
it girl.
I don't know why.
She was like the it girl who was
Okay.
rich and like snobby, and she like fell in love with like, you know, the poor student that like has no parents.
Yes.
Or, you know, it's very stereotypical.
Yes. Back to the entrance looks. Aisha Doll Kills comes out next, and I like about 90% of this garment. The bunching of the green fabric at the bottom is my only issue, because other than that, she looks flawless.
Yeah.
I love the whole thing.
I have to say, I'm enjoying everyone's look.
Everyone looks
she
great.
looks stunning. She looks incredible. She looks expensive.
Mm-hmm. She's a model. She looks
she's
like
a-
Linda
yeah.
Evangelista.
I mean, she's skinny, so anything looks
That
good on
helps.
skinny people. It's my hate for like, you know, because people do say that.
What? That? Yeah, I mean, if
Because
you're skinny, it's
I made a
easier.
joke of like, why is it that they're giving the fashion tropes every time to a skinny girl? You know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Next to the stage is Light King. Light King doesn't do a number for us later, does she? I didn't notice
No,
that.
Light King doesn't perform.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was two issues. I think one of them was her dad was having some difficulties, and also because of that, she didn't get time to really train, or not train, but to rehearse. And I think that, you know, so I think she decided to step down from performing.
Well, all respect to that. It is unfortunate, though, because we didn't get to see multiple looks from her. We only have this
she
look.
looked very cute, too.
She looks great. So
Yeah, she looked amazing. So.
make the most of your short time on the screen, Light King. We love you so much. We love your looks. And this is no exception.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we have Peke. And Peke had a very fun little reveal.
Yeah, she was the Lady of Liberty.
The Lady of Liberty. And she throws down this coat, and it reveals into a big, long cape, and she's the Statue of Liberty under there.
It was incredible.
It was
She
really
looked
cool.
Also really
Yeah.
good. Like I'm saying, everyone is coming out, and I'm like, hell yeah, all of y'all look really amazing.
Did she say at all why she chose the Statue of Liberty? She just wanted to do a big green lady.
I think because she was in New York. I don't know.
Well, she also got assigned
With the
green,
entire
so she
cast.
probably wanted to think outside the box. And
But that's like more like a teal. You know, it's like rusted, so it's different. I don't know. It's
did
not
you know it
really
used to
green.
be, copper colored? Yeah.
I just said rusted.
I know, but honestly, the French people, what were they thinking? They were like, here, take this like beautiful copper statue and like put it out in the ocean. Like, of course it's gonna rust.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I mean, so did the Eiffel Tower. So
Next up is Greta White, and oof, I love this look. This bedtime hair.
she just woke up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very editorial. It's very. This is again what I wish I saw more of
No, she
from
looks
Greta
incredible.
all season.
Linda Evangelista.
Fully Linda Evangelista. I just
That
it's
wig was beautiful.
it's
too.
a beautiful
everything
wig.
about it was cute.
it's very creative but very simple. I thought this was great. And then we have Liza Sansusi coming out, and she's really leaning hard into the coin purse
Okay,
branding.
I am so sorry. Well, I didn't even realize it was a coin. I thought it was a
It
clam.
did look like a clam at first.
So I was like, wait a minute, who is this? And I was like, Rudy Reyes?
Why?
You
Because she
remember?
likes clams?
I forgot you didn't see the season finale.
I
of
did not,
3,
yeah.
So that's your fault. She came in a clam, and it opened, and it was her. That was Rudy
That's very cute.
Reyes. Edit it. But you know, so I thought it was Rudy Reyes of
Yes.
season finale of season 3.
Well, we got plenty of Rudy this episode, so
Plenty.
she's all
Even
over
just
the
like
place.
cutting from the audience.
Did we like this?
No,
I-
I'm sorry. I know you spent a lot of money on this, and you had a lot of thoughts into it, but I'm just, you know, I think we've seen even the eliminated queens, like they were all so consistent and so good that like this one just throws me off. Also, her makeup. I'm sorry. This entire episode,
It's too light.
she looked like Michael Jackson. You know,
'Cause of
like,
the nose.
oh, like the little tiny nose and his like white face, and you're like, you're not that white. Why do you look like you look like a ghost?
Yeah, it's
So
a
she
little
looked
clown
like a
white.
ghost,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty strange because she's looked really good, especially in the back half of the season. I was a little surprised to see her drop the ball on the looks for this last episode, but we'll get into what else she wears coming up. Paper Cut comes out next, and
It looks cute.
yeah, it's really simple. What it's like a
You know what it
elf,
is?
like
I
a
think
wood elf.
I think what it is
A
is that The eliminated girls get green and red, which reads so much better on TV.
That's
and
true.
all the like finalists get white, and so I think that's the
really hard.
issue. It's like white is so hard to come across on screen, and so they all look very like there's always something missing. Even though they might be incredible in person, like through the screen, white does not read perfectly.
Yeah, I think you're onto something because Fifi was very smart with her white look because she made it more about
she
the
had
wings.
A gold. Like she had
her
outfit was gold. I'm sorry, it was not white. Only the feathers of the
but the wings were so
white.
huge, then of course it's white, you know? If that's
I'm just
the biggest
saying it's
piece.
not white like everybody else.
Is she holding the snake because of the Mexican flag? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
So she's like an angel version of that eagle?
No, she's... Okay, so when Mexico first was founded, the entire point was that
You're
whenever
so bad
you
to
would
be
see...
telling us
Yes,
this.
I am mad. I have to tell you this. It's like there's an eagle, and if you ever see an eagle that's like biting or like catching a snake sitting on top of a fucking cactus, then that's when you find the land you're gonna set on. In Mesoamerican times, that's what they were looking for. So it was like people that were like just kind of moving across the entire country, or you know, at the time just land. And it wasn't until they saw the eagle with the snake on top of a cactus that they're like, this is our sign. That's what we've been looking for. This is where we're gonna make a city. And so it became a big empire.
Well,
so that's why she's doing that.
Well, thank you for teaching us about that, Fifi. Hidden Mistake comes out next. Hidden Mistake comes out next, and she's like a little cute ship captain with a boat on her hat.
Yeah, she
looks cute.
She looks cute. I'm now realizing that she kind of did that for the finale, where she was more like a knight. Yeah. Like, there's like a weird Disney theme to, or not.
There's a lot of Disney in this episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of Disney. It's Disney sponsored episode. Like free sponsor.
Yes.
For Disney.
Yeah, this is airing on Disney Plus in the US, which is really weird. Santa Lucia comes out last, and she looks amazing. And they let her wear black.
Because
Special
she
girl.
killed herself. Like,
she did.
She's the phoenix. She's like rising again. No, she looks incredible.
I love this Elvira wig. She looks awesome.
Yeah. No, I love everything about this.
She stole... Well, we talked about how Uma stole the episode. Maybe Santa
Uma and
stole it a little more.
stole the show together. Definitely the highlights of the night.
We get into some musical performances from our hosts. I have spoken about my love of Maka all season. I just think that what happened was production went to a newscaster and said, would you like to do a little dance for us? And she said, yes, I'm a team player. I will do this. And what ended up happening is she danced like a newscaster.
Which she is.
Yeah. She was committing. I'm not critiquing. It just did give me the vibe of like, we have this like little sister and we've taught her these dance moves and she's going to go up there and do her best. It felt like that a little bit.
It felt like your first time in drag.
A little bit. But it was a fun number. I like that she got to make out with that like Madonna lookalike. It was very lesbian-ish.
I think I like your comment when we were first watching it that it became so layered in terms of why it ended up looking that way, that it was so camp. Like it became a camp
it was
performance.
full camp.
Like,
I loved it.
Just seeing the power and energy of the dancers like paired up against her, especially knowing that she's a newscaster. Like, you know, it just... There's so many layers that it was like, oh, that's camp. Like, It's amazing. Like, I actually ended up really liking it, even though it's like, it's bad. Like, you know, it's like, it's not the best performance, but it's like also so entertaining to watch at the same time because it's so, you're like, what is happening?
Yeah. It was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. I enjoyed it.
Yadi and Raquel do a duet, which I really enjoyed.
I know. I was like, finally. I'm like, show us what you were telling everybody, like, judging panel. Show us how it's done then. I don't see it. Do you see it? I'm just kidding. I see it.
They did a good job.
No, they did a good job. I'm just joking.
It's great because we've seen Yadi perform so many times.
Yeah, we've seen Yadi perform
but I have never seen Raquel perform, and I thought she really held her own with Yadi.
Yeah.
They were a good duo.
They were a good duo together.
I'd like to see them...
No one outstaged anyone, so...
Yeah. I'd like to see them do more together. Leital comes out. She has a song as well. Truco
song, yeah.
Truco song.
I have to say that this bitch is a theater kid. You can tell right away. You can tell right away. She knows how to move. She knows how to mouth.
She was so natural.
She knows how to lip sync. Like, she's a natural on stage. She does makeup for a stage.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know. And, like, we were saying this, and she is the one with the most like proportionate head to toe like resemblance body. You know, like she's a huge wig because she knows she's big and she has a big face, but then the wig helps so much to like bring it down, and like her silhouette is always incredible. So.
Yeah, and I love a big queen. Like if a queen is a big person out of drag, you know, use that to your advantage. Just be the biggest girl in the room.
Truly.
And I think that's what Leital does. I think that's what a lot of smart queens do. She looks great.
She looks great.
She did a great job. We get into these little montages, and we won't go into too much detail about these, but throughout the night, we get visits from some, not all, of the previous cast members. So we go through a little montage of season 1. Yeah. We get to see 4 girls from season 1. They all come out and say hi. We'll check in with the season 2 girls 3, 4 later. This was a cute way to, like, have more of the family there. I liked this as a little filler kind of piece.
Yeah, well, there was,
Do you have a queen that you were most excited to see come back for these little visits?
I feel like from season 1 it would have been Margarita.
And her little shirt that said, yes.
My designer didn't, or I didn't let my designer know in time, which was hilarious to go on stage with that. That was amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, she looked really cute too. So
so her, and then season 2 would have been Alexis 3XL, which she was there.
She looks so good.
And then season 3 would have been, I think, Aviescu, who was also there. And then season 4, Georgiana, which she was there. So I saw everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone I wanted to see.
And Georgiana was doing some cute little interviews in the audience, talking to some previous queens, just talking to some audience members, and she looked adorable. And then at this point, the extended judging panel comes out. We get some introductions, but let's be real, the star of the show is Anahi.
The star of the show is Anahi. Yeah. Let's just talk about her.
I didn't even notice Ricky Lips was there. You had to explain to me later that they had introduced her.
So, yeah, let's not talk about it, but, like, that was so fucked up the way that they asked her to be a judge. Instead of just inviting her, they made her, like, enter a contest.
Oh, what?
Yeah. She entered a contest with, like, public people that, like, they could go. Anyway.
That's so weird. Okay, we'll cut that out.
Well, not just move on.
Okay. Let's talk about Anahi's look. It's so cute, right? I love
the silhouette. It's very Anahi, like early mid-2000s.
Yeah.
She loves a little mini skirt that fluffs out, and she loves something like, you know, like tight like that. Like this is a very quintessential Anahi look from her Rebelde era.
And you were telling me she doesn't do a lot of public appearances anymore. So this was a big deal,
I think
right?
From like maybe a couple of years ago, like I think more than 6 or 7 years, like she kind of stepped away from that and married this is like the weird part about her life, but she married a politician.
Oh.
And then, you know, she went on to do her life, and then I think finally now she's coming back a little bit more every time, and there's rumors there's going to be like a RBD like world tour union.
Oh, that would be cute.
I mean, fuck yeah, I'll be there. I'm going to bring this with me.
Get her to sign it.
Yeah. Although it's funny because we see Cristian Chavez, who is one of the 6 members at the bar. Right out, like I feel like
was he Pato?
Yeah, from House of Flowers.
Oh, that's funny.
In LA, when he's in LA, he usually.
Well, he lives here, right? Doesn't he live in Beechwood or something?
Yeah, he lives.
I don't know why I know this.
Yeah, I think he does. Anyway, you don't have to know that. But
yeah.
we've seen him at the bars.
I really relate to Cristian Chavez because he was like kind of a weird dork when he was in high school, and now he's like hot and gay as an adult. Yeah. So, shout out Cristian. He
just had the gay journey.
Yes.
Except that he got very fucking famous at the beginning during his derpy like journey.
Yep. Moving on, we got to get into our finalist performances. The first category, this is the one they do every year, What I Love Most About Mexico. Liza comes out, and I do want to say that for this particular category, it did seem a little more like a set design challenge than a like drag challenge.
Yes.
I wanted to do a meme of like the girls bringing their looks to the La Mas Draga finale, and it's just like 7 trailer trucks in a row because, wow, they had to bring a lot of stuff to do this.
Yeah, I feel like Rebel Mork really left an imprint on the level.
With the egg, yeah.
But the thing is, like, there's a difference between being incredibly conceptual and able to kind of tailor that to like a moment like she did. Like, it was so like in terms of Rebel, is so simple, direct, and expressive.
Yeah.
And I think that is what worked about it. Whereas all of these queens, like the 4 of them did, they all try to kind of replicate
Yes.
in a way instead of like kind of moving away from that. I think I would have loved to see at least one of them kind of move away from that, because that had already been done. It's like you don't and you can't replicate something that happened. You know, like that was such a moment.
It
It was the defining point that she
Yes.
won, like right away.
And
so,
they all think they need to do that too to win.
Yes. So I am sorry. I do not like this. I mean.
What? I love this. This was so cool.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's a building opens up. You see the curtains in the back.
The curtains
It's great.
were the very nice
And
touch.
she looks good.
It tells
and
the
she's,
story of her. She
has
wants to
lights,
perform there.
She is a. You know, I just feel like everyone went for more. And there was not a lot of refinements between the more.
Yes.
Except for maybe like Paper Cut, where like Paper Cut had. Okay, we'll get there.
Yeah. I just want to say, because I'm agreeing with you, this was a little disjointed because even though we love Lysa's smoke tricks, I did not see how this
smoke did nothing to me. It was so
It clouded her performance.
She clouded the panel, like the judging. Like they couldn't even see her because that smoke bomb was so much smoke.
And I don't know why it's coming out of the saxophone. It just felt like...
Yeah.
I feel like she thought, oh, people love my smoke. I've got to fit smoke in somewhere.
Yeah.
And
That's
sort of
exactly
like
what
you were
happened.
saying, this whole episode with these props chasing the Rebel Mork egg moment, it does remind me a little bit of the first lip sync for the crown after Sasha Velour,
Yes,
where
like
everyone
the
was
reveal,
like,
exactly,
what can I hide?
The next season. And
Yeah.
it became such a horrible
Yeah.
like lip sync, you know?
Yeah, I do think maybe people got a little lost in what they thought was expected of them, but let's just move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Because these do have kind of the same problems. Hidden comes out next, and it's an altar.
Yeah.
And it almost looks exactly like a bigger version of the altar that they have on set. Yeah. So it's like...
So she's saying that the things that she loves the most about Mexico is like la más draga.
Maybe the thing
like
she loves the most about Mexico is death.
Is that she died? Okay, is that she died and then she died and is resuscitated. I guess that's the joke.
I guess that's cute. Yeah,
I think that's a joke because she comes out. She's like, I'm alive.
Yeah, we didn't even really touch on that because this all happened, and I'm sure everyone watching is aware.
Everyone knows she's the...
Santa declined to be in the finale as a contestant. She just wanted to show up and do her thing, and then Hidden got that extra slot.
Sympathy. You're like, okay, well, I guess you're next.
Well, I think she was next in line. She was basically 5th place.
Yeah.
Do you think that the decision to have that 5th queen happened after they knew Santa wasn't coming back? That makes a lot more sense.
I mean, Santa, basically, she told them months ago at this point because they have to prepare. So it's like...
Yeah. Well, back to this look. I didn't like the initial...
I couldn't see her face.
Can't see her
You're
face.
in a theater.
Yeah.
That's the thing also, like, you're in a theater. I cannot see your face. I know you have a reveal under, but, like...
Her props are so small. She's giving out little,
Yes.
like, pastels, and they're, like, this big.
Yeah, I'm like, girl, you're on a stage with, like, thousands of people in a huge theater. And then, like, the reveal, she pulled a Lysa reveal where she goes away for, like, half
a while.
an hour and then, like, comes back later. And at the point you're, like, already passed out and you're like, oh, my God, I'm so tired. Or, like, you start to think. I think that's the thing about reveals that happen like that is, like, the audience just start to realize where they are. And then they start to realize where they parked their car, if they brought their keys, if, like, you know, if this person called them, or if, you know, like, people start to just quickly zone out. And I think that's what happened with this. So, like, you know, she looks incredible in her reveal.
The second look was much better. I loved it. And the fact that she turned the altar around and we did get this painting, which, is it referencing something specific, this green bird?
I don't know. I was trying to figure it out.
It might be a specific
Maybe it's
painting.
from a Chilean bird.
That might be it.
You know?
Well, folks in the comments have been really good about telling us stuff when we're stupid. Yeah. So if you know what painting this is referencing, please leave a comment below. We'll talk about it. Next out is Fifiesta. And
it's the same shape as an altar.
It is the same
Also,
shape.
this is like the sales first episode look. When she had she had the skirt, like the same shape skirt.
I guess it's kind of like that. Sure. I will say, of the sort of structures that reveal into a drag queen, this was maybe the most creative because the illusion was ruined a little bit by when it was moving. You could see the crack, but when it first is revealed, you do kind of think, oh, that's Fifi sitting on top with her fist raised in the air. But then you see that she's underneath. She's in this little cute boat. the Venenos drag her around in the little boat. She is wearing the boat. When she stands out, she's like wearing the top thing, and then she leans over, and it's a fish. There was a lot going on. I thought it was pretty creative. This was like 5 reveals that were effortless.
Everything related to Michoacan. I feel like this is a lot. Like, the thing is, like, if in order to win this show you need to do the most, then yes, she deserved the win, and she is the deserving queen of the season. Mm-hmm. I feel like this could have taken so much refinement because it had beautiful moments, like the fish, the way that it moved, the material that they used. Yeah. You know, then again, like, you can tell that they're trying to replicate because when she goes up and she becomes the butterfly, it's like that is literally a direct point at Rebel Morks when she like opens her arms and like those big arms come out.
Yeah, but it's neon.
But it's like different, you know, and it was so powerful. And it's like, well, we've seen this. I feel like almost all use light in a way. I don't know. I feel like
I like light.
Yes, more is great, and I love more. Like, that's my vibe. Like, you know, more is more and more and more, and I love it. But I feel like I don't like them as much as I want to.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm sad about it.
Yeah. Paper comes out last. I think Paper probably won this category.
Yeah, I mean, the simplest. The simple, direct, a strong point. I feel like I really enjoy this when you first see the piñata come out.
I mean, that prop is amazing. That prop
was incredible.
Yeah.
And it was about the simplicity of it, too. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, so it was like very direct. We know what he likes, the thing he likes the most about Mexico. And then he becomes a piñata at the end. Like, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Like having a different shaped piñata for the end was a smart reveal. Told the story, tied it all in.
Yeah, so I think Paper Cut was my favorite for this runway.
For this particular challenge, I think so.
And that's kind of where I was saying earlier of the simplicity, you know? Like, it's a lot because it's still a lot of color, it's a lot of texture, it's a big movement, a big motion, but at the same time, it has that refinement. Yeah. I think that's what I want. I want that refinement, touch, where it's like, okay, you're elevated. You're giving me something that's so incredible.
Yes, and I think we'll get back to our finalists in a little bit because they come out and do a second performance later. But in the meantime, we get to see original songs performed by all of the eliminated girls. Let's quickly go through song by song and talk about which ones we loved and which ones we loved a little less. Okay. Deseos comes out first.
Love.
Great song. We already like this song.
Yes.
The look was cute.
Incredible.
Yeah. Next, Isan Kata.
I'm in the middle.
I was in the middle of this. I do like that we have...
It was mostly in English, which was great because we could understand watching it live. Well, mostly you, because they didn't have subtitles on the live version.
I mean, I knew what was happening. I do like that they got to use some English on their track. It shows their personality.
Okay, next.
Next up is
Best of the night.
Next up
Best of the night. Best of the night. Umacao.
We love a hoe.
Oh my god.
This is such a slutty song. I loved it.
So the words in this
absolutely
song,
filthy.
They're so filthy and so good.
The dancing was filthy.
Incredible. Show-stopping.
She was clapping her ass with no pads. She
literally killed. This is literally one of the best songs of the entire night. Even better than the winners, or the finalists.
Oh, I think so. This was great. Next up is Aisha. I thought this song was okay, but I did love the look.
I'm like 3/4. Yeah. You know, it's at 75%.
This is a great pop star look song, whatever. Yeah. But hey, that's kind of like being a pop star. You just look really good in your songs, whatever. Great job, Aisha. She had fun up there. Next up is Peke. I really like this one.
I really like Peke. This song was so catchy, and it was very Peke too, and the little...
Oh, great. I think she had the most infectious dance moves. Yes. I wanted to do it along with her.
Yes. Yeah,
you pointed out the reveal because it was so subtle, because it was the exact same shape, but there's just
a
leopard cover over it.
Yeah. Okay, great.
We love this one.
Next one.
Greta White comes out next.
Next one.
I think the less said about this one, the better. We love you, Greta.
This is cute. I'm trying to be nice.
I think she performed the hell out of it. I did not like this song, and I didn't really like the look.
I didn't like the performance either. So next.
Last but not least at all, we have Santa Lucia.
Oof. best one of the night. This is
You
like,
already said that. You have to pick.
well, it's between Uma and Santa, and it's like best performance of the night. The coffin reveal coming, like especially they allowed her to have the beat of the song that she would do on her runways for this finale, which is that beat is incredible because it's like Umakao's song. I'm gonna be dancing when I'm like at the bar and I'm just like feeling myself and I'm just like looking around and I'm like, who's out there? And then with Santa Lucia, I feel like I'm like, it's the end of the night. I'm like going to an after party and I'm like so lit and I just want to dance and I'm gonna be fucking dancing to this and no one's gonna bother me. So I feel like that's the difference, which is why I love both of them.
Did you like Santa's Jinx Monsoon wig?
We did make a joke that, I mean, I feel like through the entire season, Santa
she wore a lot
had
of
a
Jinx
very
wigs,
Jinx Monsoon style, and she looked incredible. I have to say that her little, like, I think it's like, and this is a thing that I love about, like, queens like Santa Lucia, is like, you don't have to be the best performer, but you just have to, like, I don't know, like have the confidence to try and do it. And also the presence. I think is she has presence, she has confidence, and she delivers. And I think that's so incredible. Like, I feel like I could have seen her, or, you know, like, I feel like if she were competing, she would have done an incredible fucking job.
Yeah. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. But hey, Santa, we respect you not wanting to compete. Sometimes I don't.
Very respectable, but I feel like this is my favorite song. I feel like, okay, this is my favorite song.
Okay, great. Fuck Uma.
Yes, fuck Uma. Like her song.
Yeah, she clearly wants you to, so. Next up, we go into the second round of performances from our finalists.
Yes.
We do it in the same order. We get Liza first. Liza, I have been complimenting you on your looks for the back half of the season. I think you were almost the look queen of the last half of the season. So I just want to say, all three of these looks were bad. It's really hard for me to say that because I like you.
It's like, you have to know color theory. And it's like, she had designers do these, so I feel like
Don't wear a maroon wig with a pink top. It's so weird, right? And
yellow,
the goldy yellow.
Especially like the shape, like you were mentioning, it makes her look like she has enough shape.
It makes her look...
The colors don't blend in correctly. It's also like the same finishing, just different colors, so it doesn't really help either with defining a shape.
She had a little trouble with her reveals,
that
too.
Wig was horrible.
The wig was bad.
Her face again, the Michael Jackson, like, I mean, I love you, Liza. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be like...
You don't normally look like this. That's why we're... That's why we're noticing
that's
the makeup
why I'm like,
is
there's
weird.
so many things that I can point out now that I'm like, I was never able to really point them before. Performance was cute because, you know, she's a musical theater girl.
She was committing to the performance. She knew all the moves. That's the compliment I can definitely give her.
Except when she stopped lip syncing. That was a little bit. That's where I was like, okay, you're not winning.
That was very weird.
She did.
There's
somebody did that in Drag Race.
That was Tina Burner moment. No,
yeah,
just fully not lip syncing when your voice is playing, which was a little wild.
Which is what landed her in the bottom in that episode.
Yes.
Because of that slightly, even though she was great the rest of the
I thought it was pretty distracting, so I understand it. Hidden Mistake comes out next. We were trying to figure out what fucking fairy tale this was.
We were trying to figure out the story. It's like she's Red Riding Hood.
She's clearly Little Red Riding Hood, but she also has the poison apple from Snow White.
But I feel like maybe it poisons her to just be like... I think maybe it's a take on like Adam and Eve. So when she takes the bite, that's when she becomes like a... rabbit killer, you know.
What was with the rabbits? Because I was like, is this Alice in Wonderland? And then I realized it was Red Riding Hood when she cut her way out of the wolf's stomach, which was great. That was my favorite part. I don't know if the mixing of other fairy tales was purposeful or not. It was a little confusing.
Yeah, I think I don't think that she was focusing on one thing, you know. So
yeah,
I think it was cute. The little, like, she always has this like weird movements with her hands that are cute. So I really liked it.
She looked adorable. Love that smile. I liked all of her looks. She had a couple reveals. I liked all of the different versions. And hey, any girl who goes out there and fucking does jump rope with a wolf's intestines, after my heart. I thought this was great.
Oh yeah, that was a great moment.
Next up is Fifiesta, and ooh, you want to stop a show? Shut the fuck up. You're just mad Peke's not standing there. Fifi looks great. and she is showing a real talent. This is a hard thing to do.
I mean, it's a very hard thing to do. I'm not trying to say that that's not. I just see
when
that
they
at the
threw her
cheerleading
20 feet in the air.
tournaments, you know.
She did all those flips.
The
that was
tournaments
cool.
that air on TV, but about the cheerleaders.
I've seen Bring It On.
Step it up. All right, bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Now did she steal those moves from indigenous people?
Yes. Yeah, there's an indigenous high school.
She went to the high school.
Yeah, I liked all of the looks. She had a couple reveals. Her one reveal.
No, it was very cute.
Yeah.
It was very cute. Like she came as a cheerleader, as a cheerleading squad, and then she got a reveal, and then she became like, you're saying like Britney Spears.
She was giving full Britney Spears. This denim number she ended up in was very like Britney Spears early 2000s awkward runway moment.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like my only thing is like it started so high. It was so high for literally the entire performance. I feel like I would have loved to see it like a valid, like, you know, just like a wave of like you contrive and like release, like come in, you know, like
fair.
That more of energy was just like bam, 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 bam. It was a lot.
Yeah. We were commenting on her smile, which
incredible.
You
for
can
theater.
see from the back
girl,
of the fucking stadium. That girl has the biggest mouth I've ever seen.
You'll be an incredible actor on stage at a theater because you can see your mouth.
Yeah.
Like we could see that through the screen, through the Zoom, through far away. So
this was great. Spoiler alert. Favorite one in this category. Next up is Paper Cut. He comes out in a paper boat, which was cool.
Yeah.
And then he sort of comes out and reveals that he's a Nemo creature from Finding Nemo. We were kind of rolling
he's a clown.
He's a clownfish. Oh, okay. Now I like it more. We were commenting on how adult Disney gays do make us cringe a little.
It makes me cringe a lot. Not a little. I mean, I get it. This is Pixar before Disney, but like it's Disney. Actually, no, it was already Disney.
It was already Disney. I appreciate... I didn't think this was a bad performance.
Oh, I feel like the performance was incredible.
Great, yeah.
Like, if you remove the Nemo and, like, all of that, like, it would have been an incredible performance. But then you add that, and for me, I'm just not about that life. It's like...
Was the category Disney and we just didn't see?
And I feel like... and this is the disappointment in me, that it's like, it's Paper Cut. He's literally the most creative out of the entire season. And we know what he can do. So the fact that he went for the safe and did a Disney thing instead of reinventing himself in... You know, he could have done Nemo in such a big different way, but this was too literal.
Yeah.
It was too...
And even though I like the look, it's very standard Paper Cut. This was
but the dance performance... Exactly. This is like standard like season 4 Paper Cut, not season 5. And also like the choreography was incredible. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, so it's like how... Why am I not liking this? Even though I know it's great. Like I look at it and I'm like, this is incredible. Why am I not enjoying it? It might be just the Disney thing.
It might just be the Disney thing.
The Disney thing.
But it was
the ooh ha ha or
whatever. The ooh ha ha was
cringe, so cringe
for me personally. But I did think it was really cute when he kissed the shark at the end.
Yeah, that was cute.
So that was our final one. We move on to a couple of previous winners coming out to introduce La Más Querida, which is a little bit like the Miss Congeniality of La Más Draga.
Which is interesting because they picked 2 winners to do it.
Yeah, it was Avi-esque, and it was Deborah Legrand, the winner of season 3 and season 1. Mm-hmm. And they both look great, by the way. Congrats, ladies.
Looks incredible, that dress.
That Avi-esque is always looking great, and this dress was off the chain.
Flowers?
Off the flowers. I was trying to... Off the daisy
pots?
chain. Off the daisy chain.
Of the
flowers.
Of the pots.
No, mine was good. Okay.
After I said something, so you could think about it.
You helped me. It's a team effort. This was so funny, though, when they were introducing the winner, and they held up their hands like this. Do you want to do it with me?
Oh, my God.
And the winner of La Más Querida is...
Ah, shit. Is...
That was very funny.
Of course, La Más Draga had to pull one of their things.
Yeah. Do you think a video was supposed to play, or was Uma just not coming out fast enough?
I think it was her photo was supposed to play.
Yeah, because Uma...
they were pointing at the screen. They were like doing it up, and then they just basically probably just yelled at Uma like, hey bitch, like I know you have no shoes on, so she's running with her shoes.
She runs out with no shoes, which I'm almost like, it almost seems like it's Uma's fault somehow with the fact that she's not wearing her shoes.
No one's like no. They're
She
backstage.
She had more
it looked
time.
like she was far. Like
she had more time because there
were only 4 queens that you could vote for. Well, 5 because one of them were together. But like there were 5 queens that they could have easily been like, hey, we're about to announce. All of you be right there. Close to the stage.
All of you be right there and have your shoes on.
your shoes on. But like obviously production was like not really caring. Apparently these queens were like in the like backstage where you don't hear anything anymore.
Okay.
And so it's like, well, that's why like it took her so long and she was running because she was like
she did seem out of breath.
She was like out of breath,
funny.
so you could like tell that they probably yelled at her and like she ran to the stage. So it's not her fault.
Okay. Well, Uma, we love you. We did vote for you.
Yeah, we voted for you.
We voted for you because we got a vote.
It's the only winner.
Yes. And then next up.
Also, it's a little fucked up because they didn't put Peque Valderas.
Oh, it was not an option.
No, it was the Seos, the Twins, Uma, and a random one.
A random one? Light King?
Yes, Light King.
Light King. Congrats to Uma,
Yeah,
La Más
congrats.
Querida. We will love you forever. Next up, we get another series of musical numbers, and it's a tribute to Anahi and her musical career.
Yeah.
And you knew all these songs. You were singing along.
Except the very last one.
Yeah, you hated the last song, and Madison didn't seem to like it that much.
Yeah. Also, Anahi was singing all the songs, like, also except for that song.
Yes,
She's
she was
"Bitch,
like,
what? I sang this? Like, I don't
remember doing this. It seemed like it was a collaboration with someone, so I think she...
Yandel, I think.
Yeah.
So it was like, I think they wanted to end with like a higher song, like pitch.
Well, it was also like following her career, right? So maybe that was one of the later ones. Oh, well, never mind.
It was not because they did after RBD and then did RBD and then did like a very like, I don't know. It was a weird. Great performances from the queens though.
Yeah, let's talk about which queens they were. It was Rudy Reyes from season 3.
Yes.
So buff and thick now, which is... I love you, Rudy. You are one of the most talented queens who's ever been on the show. I love how thick your neck has gotten. I just find it amusing. I don't know why. Every time I see your thick little neck, I'm like, oh, Rudy, so buff. And we have Alexis XXL from...
Wow, you forgot Seafood, but okay.
I wasn't going in any particular...
not memorable for all of you.
I wasn't going in any particular order.
I guess I'm not the only one who thinks she's
I
not
wasn't going in
memorable.
any particular order.
Wow.
I just wanted to talk about Alexis XXL because I love her. And you don't.
People are
clearly.
going to come for you now. Like they did for me.
Keep coming for Sergio in the comments. I live for it. What did you think of Alexis's look?
I mean, Alexis looks incredible.
She's incredible. She had the best look.
And she's a great performer.
She's
and
always great.
I'm so happy that she was the one that got the song.
And if you want to see a really, really great season-winning finale performance, go watch Alexis XXL.
Performance.
She was smoking before Liza was smoking.
Yes, she was.
And we do have Seifer, and I actually really like this look. It's like very like punk and neon, and
she was punky.
She
was like a punky like Clue. No, that's not the movie. What is the movie where that like very famous like matching yellow?
Clueless. Yeah, it was like a color swapped Clueless because the hair was yellow and the plaid was blue. Yeah. They kind of mixed it up. I see it a Clueless reference, maybe. And then, of course, we have Madison, who is from season 3. Mm-hmm. And she looks very cute. Mm-hmm. And she did the song that we didn't like.
Yeah, so I'm okay to move on.
Yes, let's move on. Thank you, ladies, for...
And I started singing a cappella, the Rebelde song.
When we were watching this live, you started crying. And
oh, my God.
I'm sorry. And I will say... I have very little context for Rebelde. I did not grow up watching it, but you have told me me so much about it.
No,
I cried a little too.
It became
because
like
it seemed special.
It became like an emotional thing because I told you that I grew up with that band, and just to sort of see her acknowledgement of the gay community in that level. Even, I think it was more of when she used the...
Les Amo.
Yeah, when she basically used inclusive Spanish. That it was when, for me, it kind of was like, oh my God, like, this is the girl that was in this band when I was a kid and I was so into, and like, sometimes, because when you grow up, sometimes you feel like you have to leave things in the past because they were not helping you to be who you are. And Not that that did that to me, but it felt like I kind of pushed it aside, and seeing her do that, it was such a
Yeah.
like moment, you know. It's a moment that I feel like I will remember.
It was great. She did a sing along with the Rebelde, the main Rebelde song.
Mm-hmm.
Soy Rebelde.
Yeah,
It was great.
it was
I
beautiful.
loved it. And well, this is a very special show for you because you actually skipped your confirmation to go see them live, right?
Oh my god! So yeah, I guess tell everyone my business.
I just want people to know that
Yes,
when we
I got
die,
kicked
I'm going to
out.
heaven because I was
I got
confirmed
kicked
and you
out
will
of
not.
Catholicism because I went to go see them. Yes, I did, and this is where I got this, and I will never regret it. And that's why I'm an atheist now.
Yes, and I'm obviously joking. I don't believe in heaven or hell, and if you are a child, you should go to a concert instead of church. The finalists all come out in their final looks. It's nice that they got to do one more look. Do we like any of these in particular? I really liked Paper's, the rose.
I really like Fifi's.
Fifi's was really good. Lots of pink, big
It was
train.
lots of textures.
Yeah.
And it was like you had like a move to it. And then besides that, Paper Cut is the next one.
And they all look good for this
So
last round.
I feel like the top two, it was between Paper Cut and Fifi.
I think it was. Especially, I think Fifi won one challenge, Paper won the other, and they both kind of looked the best all night. Yeah. But Lysa, even though we were pretty hard on you, I want to give you a compliment. This last look you chose to wear is your best of the night.
Oh, she looks
and
wonderful.
You look really good.
Yeah.
So I'm not mean. Rebel Mort comes out to hand off her crown. It's so nice to see her again instead of Seifer sitting in her throne. She is a very talented queen. I really like her looks. I was a little. It was kind of a quieter look. It was a little simple for.
I think she did not want to be there. Like she was having some mental problems.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's what happened, but like during her red carpet, she had a sign that said like they don't care about mental health.
Oh,
and so people don't know if it was against the fans or the producers. Who was she kind of like?
I saw that look. I didn't get that. I saw it on Instagram.
She looked incredible. Like whole, like she looked like so square. Like she looked incredible.
Yeah,
I loved the outfit, and then she had the reveal of that. And so I feel like, I don't know if at this point she's just like wants to get it over. And she's like, I'm ready to just move on with my life, and which is fair.
Well, she does look good. This is just like a standard good Rebel Mork look, and not like that obvious look that she came out in to hand the crown to Seifer.
Oh, last season? Yeah, that
Seifer.
was... Wow. Rebel Mork erasure.
You know what? I don't want to pick sides, but I'm glad Rebel Mork won.
No, Rebel Mork deserved the win. Like, she killed that finale.
Yes.
That's how you do a finale.
No, but I will say...
Even, like, if we see Rebel last season to this, she still would have won. She would have beaten all of these girls out of the park.
Oh, I think so, yeah. Rebel's super talented. She's ready to hand off her crown. Who do we think it's going to be? Who do you think it's going to be, babe? I did call this from episode 1. So I'm a genius.
Play the tape.
I'm a genius. Everybody knows it now. Are you proud of me for being smart?
I guess. Have you guessed every single winner of every season of Drag Race?
I mean, I knew Willow was going to win the last season. That was pretty obvious.
I mean, that was pretty obvious from the beginning.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty good at predicting winners. Not normally from episode 1 though. Like the thing is, I episode 1 I was like, this girl's got the stuff. She's got the goods, and she delivered all season. And I'm very proud of you, Fifi. I know you're watching this right now. I love you. You are a very deserving winner, and I look forward to seeing what you do with this crown.
Yeah.
So we are at the end of a great season of La Mas Draga. It ended up being a strong one. I liked it a lot. What was your favorite memory of the season?
Favorite moment is the sales calling Greta
out. That was a gag. That was fun.
That's
we liked
what
the
I
drama.
was wanting the entire season to be, and sadly it was just second episode and that was it. But that was a very memorable moment for me.
I'd say my favorite thing in the whole season was the Spanish language Britney Spears musical. Something I didn't know I needed so badly in my life.
Yes.
But it was fantastic.
Insane.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the end of this series.
Season,
this is the end of the season for us as well. It's the end of the year for us, so we're probably going to start up again sometime in January. if you have any suggestions for what we should cover next, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Should we cover Drag Race? Should we watch some movies?
15,
Should we do like a season recap of a show we like? What do you want to see? Is Toma Mi Dinerita ever going to come back?
I don't know.
We could cover that. We could cover an old season of La Mas Draga. Just leave it in the comments. We'll take it under advisement, and we will be back sometime in 2023 with some new recaps for our fun watch list.
Yes. Thank you for joining us.
Through
every single episode. We really had a great time doing these.
We had a great time.
And
we had a great time hearing from you all.
Creating a little community and seeing all of your comments. We're very grateful.
It's so great we probably would have done this if no one was watching, but it is very exciting to see a big chunk of views and a bunch of comments every time we post something. You guys make it so much more special for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yay. Okay, we'll see you next season. See you next year. Bye. We love you. I'm Nick. This is Sergio. Bye.
Tell us if you agree with the winner.
Yes, tell us if you agree with the winner. We love you. Bye.